I just made a colossal mistake.
Hi, I'm Meg. Welcome back to my garage. If you saw last week's video, you'll know my F150 has a major rust issue. I already took care of the undercoat, but now I've got to get the body looking just as good. So this is a more advanced project, and I'm really hoping I can blend the paint nicely and get this looking amazing. Let's take a look at some of these areas on the body of my truck that need some rust help. Here is the fender area that I already started grinding away at. Last week, I got so excited after finishing the undercoat, I jumped right into this, not realizing it was already 9 o'clock. So I had to stop there. So let's pick up where I left off. So you can see there's some bare metal poking through there. Got a little bit inside here in the wheel well. So this is the box of the truck. Unfortunately, the fenders that came on the truck rubbed through the paint and they've left a very large groove. So this is under the driver's side front door. That is all from rocks hitting the underside of my truck. Some nasty rust forming there. And this is the passenger rear. Now the bumpers. Unfortunately, they don't sell trem-clad rust reformer in white. And that was my whole plan for that front bumper. So I'm gonna have to figure out what else to do with that. It's probably going to be a project for later in the summer. Today, I'm just gonna take care of the body rust. All right, time to put the dust mask on and get into grinding. Whoa, no! Right away, come on. Well, we'll have to touch that up. Within the first 10 seconds, I already scratched the paint I did yesterday. Ah! Ah! Damn it! See if this green tape will help me a little bit. That's working well. Oh! Oh! It's so grabby. I'm trying to do it at low speed so that it's not gonna swing and hit this again. Oh god. Oh! Oh no! No! Not again! Oh, it looks so bad now. So really, the proper way of doing this would be to sand it and fill it so that there's no scratches and make it nice and smooth. But to be honest, my truck is nearly 10 years old and it has 200,000 kilometers on it. All I want to do with this project is just to prevent the rust from getting worse and starting to eat away at the metal. Right now, it's all surface rust, so we're doing a fix that's going to make it look good and prevent it from getting worse. So quick, easy solution here, not perfection. All right, I've got some 80 grit and some 320 grit on a sanding sponge. Just gonna smooth this out a little bit. Let's tape this off so I can respray paint that, and then we'll go continue doing the rest of the sanding on the other parts. Clean that off. This way, it'll give it some time to dry before I have to paint the white parts. There. Bye-bye. All taken care of. Now hopefully I didn't get any on the white parts. We'll see about that later. Now, if I've learned anything from what I've just experienced, the drill is gonna get buck wild. So for these parts, I don't wanna have to redo this whole thing. I'm probably just gonna sand this area with the sanding block because The paint that I'm going to use does not require the body of the truck to be taken down to bare metal. It just needs to be free of loose rust and loose flaky paint. So we're going to do that with sanding blocks so that I don't mess up everything I did last week. There they are, right here. After all, this truck is going to see a lot more rocks and gravel and dirt, so refinishing this is pretty pointless. My truck is used the way it's intended to be. It is not a city truck. Doesn't look like much, but it's a lot smoother. Not as many patchy spots. All right, moving on. The next spot is over on the passenger side. Now I do have these rock chips here above my headlight. Because they're not rusting and they still have primer on the body itself, I'm not gonna sand those down because then I risk scratching the crap out of this whole thing. So I'm gonna do some touch-up paint to that. So let's pop the hood. Definitely don't want to be scratching up this headlight. Ow! Hit myself in the chest. Headlight in a bag. So no overspray can happen. This is where I sanded last week. Started to. So I kind of scratched up the plastic here. But I mean, I'm just going to spray paint that too. When I took my fenders off, I left these plastic pieces on because I thought they were part of my truck. But I think they're actually part of the fender. Let's take those off. What size is that? Sorry for all the dust. Yeah, let's try this 5.5. Okay, got that one. What's that? There's, what is that, a screw there? Oh my goodness. I hate these rusted screws. You can see there what I mean. Honestly, I don't care about that screw. I'm just gonna break this plastic off. There. 1, 2. There. Like, really? Who cares that that's in there? I don't. That's just gonna stay there. Now I have way better access to all of this. Come on! There. There. All right, let's get back to grinding. Yeah, it's looking so much better. We got my 32 grit, piece of Gorilla Tape. Pop that on there like that. Got a new sanding sponge. This is working so well. It's so smooth. You don't want to rush this process. It's definitely worth spending a little extra time getting it nice and smooth and prepped. Then the result is just going to look that much better. The great thing about having an older truck or older vehicles in general is you get to practice these things. It doesn't matter too much if you make mistakes. It's all about the learning process and also to prolong the life of my truck. So this is a great vehicle to practice on because honestly, it's just going to get scratched up and dented again. Okay, that is looking amazing. When I brush against it, I can't feel any lip, any bumps or dents or scratches. It's super, super smooth. All of that is very smooth.
all the way along all of that.
All right, well, I've got this whole section sanded down. It is ready to be cleaned and painted, but we have a few more sections left to do on the truck, so let's keep sanding.
We want to sand all that and get that nice and smooth. This was bugging me last time, but I didn't know where to zap strap these wires to, because I just hate how they just dangle, but there's nothing really to attach them to. I'm wondering if I can zap strap them to that. Like, I wonder if that'll just work. At least we'll have them tucked up out of the way a bit. Okay. Well, I think if I can get these lines kind of bunched up here, then I'll be able to make that a little bit tighter. Like that. If I can pinch everything up there. Make a little loop like that. So I've kind of got it lassoed up there. A bunch of other zap straps that weren't for me that are already there. This is all cleaned up and taken care of, and it's not super droopy and snaggy. All right, back to sanding. This area is next. Oh, no! I did it again! Well, I think we all saw that coming. Damn, that's a nice big gouge. Alright, well, I might as well finish it up because I'm probably gonna scratch it again. Should have done all the sanding at the same time. Live and learn. Clean that off and repaint that. That's all done. Oh, I am covered in dust. Okay, so same thing as we fixed for the other side. I'm gonna tape it off, bag the white parts, and we'll do a little touch-up paint. Clean that off, tape it off. There we go. Okay, all we gotta do is tackle this little area here. There. Fixed. Okay, so we'll let that chill for a bit. Let's see if there's any other areas I may have missed. Oh yeah, we gotta do this back fender area. Only on this side. It's funny how the passenger side is so much worse than the driver's side. I feel like I've made myself a little fort under here with my foam mat and my Fernie blanket. Okay, so we're gonna take care of this area here and this area down here. That should do it for the sanding. So I'm gonna grab my mask and my glasses. Let's finish this up. Alright. Yeah, the rest of the fender is good. Only this one area. Oh, that's scary sanding away at the body of the truck. Hopefully I'll make it look better, not worse. Yeah. I think that's good. It's definitely not perfect, but it's way better. Let's do this last spot down here. Whoa. Whoa. How did that happen? I think I was going in reverse. Much better. So there are a few little spots up there that I just want to hit quickly. Okay, well, I'm gonna move back over to the driver's side because I wanna let that black paint touch up dry, but I think this side should be dry now. So we're gonna start back here and work our way around again. So it is time to start cleaning, taping off the sections, and painting. So I have this Rust Check rust paint in gloss white. Now, unfortunately, like I was saying earlier, Tremclad doesn't make their rust reformer in white. They only have it in black, and I don't want to use black paint on my white truck because then it'll just look gray when I go to paint white over top of it. So this was the alternative that they had at Canadian Tire, but they only had one can. So I'm gonna use this first, and I'll try and get everything that we just sanded covered in this. But if I run out, I have Tremclad Rust. It's not Rust Reformer, which to my understanding, Rust Reformer is a little bit more powerful. It neutralizes the rust, whereas this is just a primer and paint that goes on rust. But I don't know, I think this is not gonna be as powerful as a rust reformer. So I'm gonna use this on the main parts of the body of the truck, the most visible areas, and then if we run out, I'll use this under the truck. So let's take this down. There. All right, so we gotta clean up this section here. We wanna tape this off. So my plan here is I'm just gonna tape some of this bag around the area that I wanna protect because I wanna kind of feather this paint in. I don't wanna get it everywhere. So I figure if I just covering the black area and covering any area I don't want painted white, then maybe this will work out okay. Cover that up. I go through so much green tape, it is unbelievable. There, like that. It's nice and clean. We've got our area sectioned off. All the black paint areas are covered. Oh, my helper. Can't forget about this. There we go. Oh man, I'm nervous. Ah, drip. No. Kind of scary doing this, to be honest. Okay, well, let's keep moving on. I'm just using some brake clean to clean the rust dust off of the truck. We want this to be a nice, pristine surface. All right, so my plan is to tape along this edge here and spray down, and then hopefully that will blend the paint really nicely and it's not going to create like a harsh line. So I'm using these bags to protect the upper area, and then I'll tape it and spray down. It's hard making a curved line with straight edges, so you just gotta use a bunch of little pieces. And then for over here, that ridge kind of disappears and smooths out. So I'm gonna tape off this side of the door, but I think I'll just feather down. Hopefully it blends nicely. Cover the tire. Little shield here. Moment of truth. So far, so good. Okay, let's see how this is going. Looking good. No more scratches. Definitely don't want white paint seeping through. Okay, moving on. Okay, the last section here. Clean. Here goes nothing. There we go, I don't really care about that. All right, I think we can go back to the first side. I think I missed grinding this part on the other side. Yep, I sure did. Let's grind that. All right, that looks good. Let's start doing a second coat. Okay, great, let's move on. All right, coat 2. That is looking so good. Second coat here. Okay, this is coat number 3. Ah, shit. No! Oh god. What have I done? What have I done? No! Oh, I made a mess. Oh no. No! I just made a colossal mistake. I'm so disappointed. I just made such a mess of this. It was so smooth and now it's all bumpy. I might resand that. I got so freaked out by that one little drip that I completely reacted and wiped it up without thinking. I should have just left it. It would have looked better just with that little ripple there. I'm just gonna sand it down and try again. It was so good until it wasn't. I'm really hoping I can save this. Ah, there's a drip. Yeah, I did. Okay, so wiping it does not work. Spend a little extra time doing this, fixing these little areas, and it'll just look so much better. There, that's all smooth again. I'm gonna clean that and we'll repaint. Nice and smooth, nice and clean, let's paint. With a big mistake like that, it's better just to do it properly. Let's do the underside of the rocker guards and do it with the other paint because I do not want to run into this for that. Okay, so I'm going to tape off the entire black section here. I'm only left with this thin green tape. That's all I've got left. So I'm just going to do a couple layers. It's funny how the passenger side body is so much worse for rust and rock chips and everything, but the rocker panel on the passenger side is way better than the driver's side. That's working really well. Maybe I should wipe that off. Okay, let's take a look at the other side. Let's check out how some of the other areas are doing. So this is looking really good. I do wish I'd sanded that area a little bit more, but that's not worth redoing. So I think we'll just leave it at that. It's a pretty deep groove that those fenders wore into the body. So although the perfect way of doing it would be to use some Bondo filler and fill it in, I'm just not going to do that. This is just to prevent the rust from getting worse. So I'm going to do a second coat with the trim-clad white underneath the rocker guards, and I'm going to do the perfect match top coat in Oxford white that matches my truck on the body. Okay, here's a second coat of the trim-clad. Touch up the body paint right there. That looks amazing. Probably should have taped this off. This could be a bad idea. There we go. No problem. Okay, moving on. It's crunch time. It's 8:30. I gotta get this done before 9. Here's some body paint. Now for the second coat of white trim-clad rust paint on the rocker guard. Now I just have to finish up the body paint. So let's hit this fender area again. That's looking so good. Okay, we'll leave that, go to the other side. And put this like that. There we go. Now it is black again. That has 2 coats. All of this has 2 coats. All under here has 2 coats. This has 2 coats. The last step, I'm gonna hit it with some clear coat, and then we'll be done. So this is looking really good, but I can still see the aluminum or the primer showing through. So I'm going to do the clear coat on the rest of the truck. We'll do another coat on here, and then we'll finish it up with another clear coat. So I actually ended up with quite a bit of this rust paint left over. So I probably could have done the rocker guards, but I'm glad I have some left over because it seems like it's hard to come by. So I'll keep this on my shelf for future uses because you and I both know I'm gonna end up with some more rust in how many months? All right, the moment we've been waiting for. I'm gonna roof the tape and we'll see how we did.
Now let's take this off.
Hopefully we're all good.
Oh, so nice.
There we go. Oh, I'm so happy with that. Okay, other side. We call this off. Well, there is a spot that doesn't look 100% great. Kind of made a bit of a harsh line. So, not my finest work. What should I do there? I might just hit it with a little Oxford white there. Just kind of missed it out. Why not? It's already a harsh line. Could it get worse or could it get better? I don't know. Let's try and make it better. Feather it a little better. You know? Like I already feel like that's better, right? Yeah, I'd say that's better. I mean, again, we're not going for perfection here. We're going for a vast improvement. I think we achieved that. How fine my craftsmanship is. All right, not bad. Not too bad at all. Oh yeah, that looks amazing. Oh no. That doesn't look too good, does it? Or that. Uh-oh. Feathering probably could have been a lot better. Overall, not bad, but there's gonna be some touch-ups. Let's start with this right here. Try and feather that in a little better. Without having drips, hopefully. No, it's dripping. Oh no, we're in some serious trouble now. What do I do? Shit. Okay. This was that idea. Ah! Mistakes were made. Big mistakes were made. Sand it. Sand it. Everything's gonna be fine. We're gonna sand this to ledge here. Everything's gonna be fine. We're just gonna give it a little sand and a little blend. Here's the little oopsie. And here's the other little mess up there. It doesn't look smooth, but it actually is smooth, so I'm really hoping it covers up. Light coats. There. Okay, well maybe I'll go get some Q-tips and we'll touch up these in the meantime while that's drying a little bit. To put a little bit of paint in here, use some Q-tips, and just dab away at some of those rock chips. Oops. Put some there. Just cover that up. Okay, the white paint is looking really good. Now I just gotta hit it with the last coat of clear coat. I think I saved it.
All right, it's time to get this headlight back in and then we can see the final result. There we go. No tools. Close this up. All right, let's take a look. Wow, this looks amazing. Yes, you can still see a little bit of the indentation there, but I would say that is miles better. Just the lower corner. That is quite the improvement, I would say. That looks so much better. It's actually insane how much better that looks. I'm so happy. Holy moly, what a transformation! It looks so good. I did it! All right, well, I wanted to take the truck outside to show you what it looks like in natural light. And honestly, it looks amazing from 12 feet away. If we get up a little closer to it, you can start to see the imperfections, but honestly, it looks so much better than before. I'm really happy with it. Now, over here on the rear of the truck, it's definitely not as good as the front, but again, it's so much better than before. You can see the imperfections there. I'm still really happy with it, and honestly, if I want to redo that in the future, then I will. But for now, it looks amazing. It was very touch and go there for a bit, but we got it done and it looks so good. So hopefully this will also prevent rust from forming in the coming months, but only time will tell. For now, it looks beautiful and I'm stoked. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video and I'll see you next week.